Hi, Tammy.
Hey, how are y'all?
I'm okay. Let me shut this off here.
I'm outside on my porch, so you might. I'll mute myself, when I'm not talking. It'll
Yeah.
help. So, how you been?
Living the dream. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
know, right? I wish we all could live the dream these days. I
I,
try. Um, when I'm not working, I'm doing what we do.
yeah, they're searching.
Um, but yeah, come on upcoming on the 29th, we're going to go to a hearing of a person of interest. He hasn't been officially named, but we know he's part of it, what happened. And he's already been charged with, you know, he had 20 something guns in his possession and he's a felon.
Oh,
And
I
yeah,
think.
so he's got those federal charges. So we're really trying to lock that down because we believe that once, he's secured away, that people will be want to go speak with the FBI.
Yeah,
Um,
because people are afraid of him. I remember.
yeah, I have talked to some of them, and that is what it is. They will talk to me, but they are just, don't know who to trust, especially when it comes to law enforcement. So that's what we have coming up next. We're also planning to do, because we all actually reached out. Well, this private investigator, Brown Private Investigation, reached out to us, and they originally they're doing all of this pro bono.
Oh,
However, we are we are raising funds to donate for him to be able to do more.
yeah.
And he actually, we've all had classroom training as far as search and rescue now, because for 2 years we've been out there doing it ourselves. I'm out here picking up stuff with stuff I shouldn't, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm contaminating stuff, but I've learned in 2 years, which is unfortunate, that this has to happen, and you see yourself becoming an investigator, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
And but he's so that's basically why we're raising the funds that we raise. Plus, we don't just advocate for, or we don't just support and love the ones that we talk about all the time. We try to, if another family for a whole nother situation needs help, we try to go and show love and support. And for a long time, and up until now, Renee, she's going through some things. Her fiance is sick right now, so she is not able to work, and he's not able to work. So, we ask for donations and supplies, like paper, stuff like that, to keep making flyers
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Because, there was a big piff about funds, and that's kind of why I haven't really talked to my sister, because I don't want any negativity on Olivia's name,
Yep.
and I discourage it and I don't encourage it. So I just kind of step back from her and just focus on finding Olivia, finding answers for the rest of them,
Yeah.
because Lauren, in my heart, I believe, lost her life trying to help. And I
Oh,
know this. And Sydney used to hang with the guy that's fixing to go up for a hearing, his sentencing hearing. He tried to withdraw his guilty plea, but they won't. Then it's not going to happen. So now we're going to a sentencing hearing. They put it off like 3 times. So it's supposed to be on the 29th. We've all got a shirt made, because he knew all these women. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
he was one of the last people that was with Lauren when she passed. He gave Olivia a ride and knew her folks, the people that she was around. And Sydney used to be friends with his mistress.
Oh,
She kind of groomed her in. Yeah, that. And we have, we have eyewitness statements of them being together, the three of them, down at the resident where Carlisle was staying before Olivia went missing. They used to have parties down there and whatnot. And the ex-tax commissioner in Talbot County we have eyewitness statement that he was yelling at Olivia walking down the street trying to make her get in the car. Um, so there's a lot of stuff that's coming up, and
when is this
uncovering.
hearing?
Huh?
When is this hearing?
The 29th. It's going to be at the federal building in Columbus, Georgia.
Okay.
And we're hoping that we get a few, more than a handful, but hey, it doesn't matter as long as he sees my face, because he don't know me. He's never met me. He's just heard of me.
Yeah.
And now it's time for him to see me and see Olivia's face on my shirt, because, and yeah, I just wished I could be there when he gets off of the little bus transport,
Yeah.
because they're going to, of course, bring him through a private entrance, but just so he could just see, because I promise you, I'm going to, I got to be cool inside there. They've already made that known, and I will. That's why I didn't go to his trial. Um, I talked to Renee, and I was like, and I felt personally that I wouldn't be able to hold it together. I would go off, and I didn't want to interfere with any proceedings. So it was best for me not to go. But I'm gonna go this time,
Yeah.
because uh, he is, yeah, he's not the main guy, but he's a person of interest, because they went in and searched his property and flash bombed his back of his house. I mean, they found so much, and plus just people have just really opened their eyes, oh, somewhat, but still that vigil we had, the families, it's like not a lot of people came, and I don't know if it was the divide that, the negativity my sister might have caused, because we did lose a lot, but I refused to do that. Um, I seen Roxanne. She came to the vigil, which is Olivia's sister, and she's doing, as well as can be expected.
Yeah.
Um, and from day one, our goal has to been to try to protect Olivia's kids, but also Roxanne's son. You know what I mean? Because they're all growing. Her oldest is 7. This will be 7, and she can get on a computer. You know what I mean? She's smart, and she's her mama made over.
Yeah.
And so, being that I'm the one that is just won't give up, constant, 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 I feel I'm not so heartbreaking right now. I miss them, but my whole life is about Olivia right now. And I don't want to expose them to any more pain than what they've already been exposed to. And when they see me, I want to go to them with answers, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Because, like you said a while ago, how do you talk to them? I've, I went, when Olivia first went missing, there was a couple of birthday gatherings. I went, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna show, me and the cousin, we've never really seen eye to eye, but I respect and love that she's there for Olivia's children. Olivia chose her before Olivia went missing. So, because Olivia was trying to get her life on track,
Yeah.
with a job, a car, stability, she was stuck. She was just stuck. And, not wanting to leave home, you know, kept her from certain opportunities. And because she was so family, you know what I mean? She was really close with them. And I have to respect her wishes, and her wishes was for her children to be with her cousin. And that's what I do. And God's gonna work it out. But right now, I just always saying Olivia's name, and I don't want the kids to constantly question, you know what I mean? Just let them have some type of normal life,
Yeah.
regardless of how it hurts me, you know? And I feel the same way with Roxanne, you know? I told her once, I've told her 1,000 times, I got this. You try to live a normal life. Just know I'm here. And, but with my sister, it's a little different, you know? There's so much history and just animosity and just, you know, maybe one day, but no day soon.
Has she helped with any of the searches?
No, I haven't seen Olivia's father at all since Olivia went missing at all. He's called me a couple times to try to meet up with me, but I just, you know, from what I know and what I've heard and what I've seen, I just don't feel like that would be a good idea. Um, I feel like he should have been front row center, you know.
Yeah.
I know my sister's got disabilities, but no, man, come on. Wouldn't nothing stop me. I don't care. I'd be in a wheelchair out there. I would with a cane. Look, I almost lost my leg in two searches ago. I really did. I fell in a sinkhole in the woods, and I felt what it would be like to have one leg. So okay, I would still be out there searching because yeah, we've been out there. The last couple of searches was in reference to Sydney.
I think,
Um,
hey, I see this before. Is there bodies of water out there?
oh yeah, aware.
Everywhere. Okay.
Oh yeah, girl, there's a river, and they were partying down at this river. And I'm sorry, there's a helicopter flying through, and they were moving her around for a few weeks, you know, trying to just I don't know.
And
It's
that,
there's lots of bodies of waters, there's lots of wooded areas, there's lots of abandoned homes, there's lots of bridges that you could literally sleep under. We've found several tent communities. Um, I can say that the drugs, well, the as we call them, sweethearts, have gotten a lot better since
yeah,
Olivia went missing, because with our aggressiveness, my aggressiveness of stalking the houses of where they were all at, uh, they finally got busted some of them and got them out of there and got them off the street and whatnot. So that's a blessing, and it's just it's crazy because you got, you know, Miss Katrina came to the vigil last week, her and her husband. Um, beautiful, beautiful people. And with her going through what she's going through, the first thing she does is just want to give me a hug because she knows what it's like. You know, I can't imagine. And that family is so, I don't know, just it's a blessing. She's a blessing. And my mom, I lost her back in 2015. So it's good to have a lady like her in my life right now.
yeah.
And I try to show love and support for her and, you know, her other daughter. I have That's the only one that I really talk to. But, you know, we stay in contact a lot, and I've actually overheard some conversations pertaining to Tiffany, and so I've always been able to just have that opening ear for them. And hopefully, I know he's been charged with several things, um, because I believe they got some results back on some tests. I'm not sure. They are really tight-lipped on that right now, and but they're trying. She's holding up pretty good considering she's just trying to grasp on it. You know, they just want to know where she's at, and I don't know. I have no idea, and that's me. I want to know where live, you know, where she's at. Just let me bring her home. If she, I would love for her to walk in the door and call me or call somebody and say, "Hey, come get me." But if it's not the case, just tell me where she's at.
I wonder if all these people that know these, somebody knows something, don't they ever think this could be them or their loved one?
Well,
That's how I,
that's I've if you can look up the county online and you can see that it's not big. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
not a lot of people. Olivia grew up in this county. I grew up in this county. My mom grew up in this county. The whole family, all of us grew up in this same county. And Olivia went to school with these people. And I'm going to go ahead and my mom, her mother, my grandmother had 11 children. So there was nieces, cousins, and you know what I mean. There's like dozens of cousins, and I don't know if you know a lot about this area, the South. We kin to everybody, some way, which shape, or form, and some of us claim it, and some of us don't. If it's past three, it's done. But they will be like, "That's my sixth cousin." I mean, that's really so. A lot of people know Olivia, and it that has been the most heartbreaking thing, I think, besides all the rumors and all the dark places that my mind has went because of the rumors. But I just wonder, like, do they care? I've wondered that, why, I mean, why isn't anybody showing up? I mean, I've had searches where only a couple people were there, and I've had searches where I'd have almost 20, and law enforcement's never requested a search party, never done no announcement. We're doing this, no bolo, no nothing, no nothing, no press release. FBI was the first one to press release, and it was minimal, and it's been nothing else since. It's been 8 months, 8.5 months since those remains were found in a location that had been previously searched multiple times by
Yeah.
myself and a few other people. We
See,
just didn't have enough
they
people.
take it so long for DNA. This is so weird to me.
Um, I asked that question, and I understand the backlog because crime is so high and what I blase blah whatever, but it has a lot to do with the condition of the remains. I do know that they've already gotten like 5 DNA samples from the family during this time. They've retrieved her dental records, and they can't go by them, if that tells you anything.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I,
Um, and I guess it's got you got to think about it. It was over a year after she was found. He's busy right now. Hold on 1 second.
mhm.
I'm sorry. My
That's
dog's starting to
okay.
bark. Yeah.
In case anybody's wondering, this is Aunt Tammy. This is Olivia's auntie here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
She's just sharing more updated info that I don't know that she could share with everybody. We got to keep her face out there. We got to keep Olivia's name out there. Let's not let it go cold. Let's help the family. Share the flyer.
No,
Go to
I've really been trying to find the time to just get a regular basis of going live on my channel, but I don't have a lot of time. I already have, Facebook, TikTok, and then I do like when we have something coming up, me and Renee and Sydney's sister and a real close friend of ours, we are in a group and we're planning and we're trying to get, something going. Because right now, even though we've got more searches that we want to do, I want to go to some more locations that was with Olivia's case. Lauren's case, because we haven't really been, there's nothing on Lauren's case, and nothing but what we're putting out there. There was one news article, and that was it. And that was so crazy because this young woman, a mother of one, was found deceased under suspicious circumstances in the commissioner's home of
Yeah,
Talbot County, Georgia.
I
How
remember
is
that.
that not weird? How is that not? And you can, from the crime scene, she was moved. She was, there's a lot because we've seen reports, and there's no person of interest. Really? Come on. There was 5 DNA on that young woman, and no, they really need to, and that's why we're not giving up. And but because Lauren sent me out there to that location, and we went and searched it, and we I advised the law enforcement, the county, to go out there with dogs because we seen some things that were just way out of place. Like there were things on this dirt road that shouldn't be there. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
It's a dirt road. It goes to a dead end to a creek. That's it. And then there's a railroad track. People hunt, yeah, people hunt, but that's it. Why is these objects, and I've actually shared photos of some of the objects, the items that we retrieved, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
turned them
I
all
remember
in.
now.
Huh?
I seen those. I seen those.
Yeah, and I turned them in, never heard nothing of it. And then December, a hunter walked up on some remains in that about 100 yards from where we stopped.
Oh,
I didn't have enough. We had, girl, there was only 5 of us out there the first time, and the second time there was 3 of us, and we were all women. And yeah, we're protected, I assure you. But you just, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't know where we were at, first of all, but where we were at, those remains were found like 100 yards from there.
you know what I
And
think? I think who's ever involved in this, they're watching you guys.
oh yeah, well, if they're not incarcerated, because a few of them that were involved have been
Okay.
incarcerated and gotten new different charges. A couple of them have gotten out and they're really laying low. Um, but things are starting to surface again, which is great. It's little pieces that needed to be put into place. Because one thing about myself and Renee, and we all collaborate and we save everything. And I have so much, and I'm protected because I back it up to this person. You know what I mean? If I
Yeah.
don't got it, they got it, and if they don't got it, just so you know, the FBI's already got it. And but now we've got assistance from the BPI agency, and he's been boots on the ground out there searching with us, and we've made discovery. I can't really talk about it on out in public,
Yeah.
but
Uh,
that's why we went back a second time, and just to make sure, what was missed, because it's been 4 years since that family's gotten answers. She has a new grandbaby that's only a few weeks, a month old actually, and her children, Sydney's children, deserve answers. Her daughter has really took on that role of being her voice, and her and kind of protected the younger two. But now they're older. They're one just graduated, so they're getting involved. She actually, 2 of them, they searched. We searched. We've done the car wash, and we're getting ready to plan a charity ride. So if you know anybody that knows anything about it, we are we are wanting to do a charity ride with a motorcycle groups. We will supply their food, and we're just wanting to raise awareness, and the funds will go straight to the investigation. It will
Yeah.
go. And the thing about it, if people wants to donate, they can go on their website, and it's actually on my page, and they can actually donate themselves. They can pick what they want the funds to go to, and they will also receive a receipt that they paid, they donated, and they will know they're part of our community
Are you
because
still selling shirts?
yes, we do. You can reach out to Renee because she's
Oh,
even, or I can. It doesn't matter. She's got several different kind. I don't know.
okay.
We are
Because
doing different ones now that are
okay,
cool. Got their pictures, and I got the most recent one. We've got. I got of Olivia. I wore it in some of the videos I've done. The pink with her face. That's the new, and it's actually got our little code where you can scan it and it takes you straight to our websites on Facebook.
okay.
So it's kind of cool. She's so savvy, and she's got handbags. We've got everything, and anything that we sell like that, we'll probably use those funds to go toward a certain part of it to just recoup and do more. Because we've been out of pocket for the last few months, but we don't care. God has blessed us abundantly with the car wash. The gentleman that owned that property where we held that, he was, oh Lord, the world needs more people like them because they supplied almost everything. I mean everything: the water, the soap, the place, the tables, the chairs, the tent. He made a had a beautiful sign they made, and I was really really grateful. And I still am. I had to reach out to him personally and be like, because that same day, and I know I'm rambling,
No,
but I
that's okay.
haven't talked to you in so long. Um, I've been busy, you've been busy, and I knew you were going through stuff, so that's why I told you in the beginning. I appreciate anything anybody wants to do. I know people have a life, they have things, people get sick. I've been there. I've dealt with it, and I still do. But
Well, I
we
want you to think that I forgot about you, and I
Oh
didn't.
no, I know you haven't. I still go and I still check out your videos. I still like them. I share them. That's just what we've done. Because I know the day of the car wash, our private investigator, his name is Tim. He's so cool. He's a country city guy, but he's good people. He came out. He's come to all the events since he joined our group, joined in with us. He's been there. He'll get out there and do his thing. He's funny, and he knows his business, and he's got compassion. He knows what it's like. Some of the people in his agency know what it's like personally, so that makes it even more special. So I know it was just weird because he said, "Let me take some flyers out and take them to the stores around the town." And he went to a couple of stores, and he went to this one gas station. And at this gas station, there was a lady working there, and she's like asking questions. And long story short, about a year and a half ago, her daughter went missing,
Oh, at the
and
gas
we
station?
found her. We helped find her when she tried to report her missing. Same county told her that the investigator would get in touch with her Monday. This was Friday. This child was 13, 14, I think. Well, that just didn't. She was out there at a grocery store handing out flyers. She made herself by herself. And someone contacted me and was like, through Messenger, and was like, Aunt Tammy, I don't know if you can do anything to help her, blah blah blah. Long story short, me and her kind of got linked up, and we started talking. And I we made some flyers. We got it circulating. We went sent it everywhere we could think of. Started applying, getting answers. I seen her with so and so, blah blah blah. Tracked it down, found out where she was, and police wouldn't go over there. So I had someone that's close to me and my family. They went over there and posted up for me, and found re- finally gave probable cause for law enforcement to go in. And when they did, as soon as they told them she wasn't there, blah blah blah, this that and the other thing, they left. They took the truck because that was the reason they could do something. Well, the next morning they went back over there, and when they came to the door, they told them the girl was at the front door. The girl was at the. They told the girl she had to go. They basically she had to go. Police took it, so we located her, and she was close to being trafficked.
Yeah.
So I ran into the lady, got to talking to him. He came back to tell us, and I was like, I know who you're talking about. It's been a year and a half. I haven't spoken with her because I've been so busy. And he's like, you should really go over there and just like talk to her. And I'm like, of course, because I meant to do it a year and a half ago, but I can't remember what it was. It was something, and but I always tried to let her know, hey, I'm not gonna make it. But I walked up in the store and I seen her and I told her, all I did was say, hey, I'm Olivia's aunt. I'm Aunt Tammy. She came out from behind the counter and she was just telling me all kind of praise reports. Her daughter's doing great. Their relationship is better. They're in counseling. That right there is what keeps us going. When those people say, if anything ever happens to me, I hope I got an Aunt Tammy. It's kind of how I adopted the name. That was what Olivia called me, Aunt Tammy. That's exactly how she said it. And it just, I just encourage people to take things seriously and not try to turn the other cheek. Just share it. It only takes 30 seconds. If it's
That's what
not
I say.
public, yeah, if it's not public, let me know. I've finally gotten that down. I can make it public because some things I don't make public. Um, but I can try to get on Twitter more, but it's so hard. Because I work uh, in management. I think since we talked, I've changed jobs. I no longer work at the local grocery. I went back into management in the fast food industry, so I'm really busy.
Oh,
Um,
did you?
but I also do my side business, still do that when I can. So, but now that things are starting to come back out and we're cranking it up this time of year and we're starting to get some answers and stuff, and somewhere, somehow, like our private investigator said last week, when the news, WRBL Channel 3, asked him, what do you hope, what's your goals for the outcome, of, these cases? And like he said, I want one of them, at least one of them. And I'm very, very, enthusiastic about that we will have answers for at least one of the cases. And that's what we're gunning for by the end of the year, you know, because Natalie, yes, we're still saying Natalie's name, but Olivia, Lauren, and Sydney were the counties are within 15 minutes, maybe less.
Yeah.
And you can access all three of them on the same road.
Oh, we got a comment here.
Huh?
We got a comment that says, I'm going to have to watch from the beginning, but I'm praying for you.
Thank you. I can't see them right now. I'd have to go
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, that's fine. Hi, Duncan. This is Olivia Fowler's auntie that's on the panel, just so you know. She
I
said,
know I did send Jamie and them an invite, but I know if
yeah, because I've done videos on them too.
they share them too. They're so grateful. When we honestly, if it wasn't for them and Renee and the group, I would probably be in trouble. Because
Yeah?
Renee and Jamie have been my, like, even James and my fiance, same. They're the ones that keep me going. I'll get to the point where I'm like so frustrated, and he'll say, you can't do it, you're the only one, you're the face of it, you got to keep going. And I'm like, my mama would come back and haunt me I know she would, but she guides me. Olivia does too. So,
Did you say that a family member just died within the last year
let's see,
in your family?
not my immediate
Okay.
family.
Okay.
I know when Olivia went missing, she had her grandmother passed away. My
Oh,
mom
okay.
passed away 8 years ago, and on Mother's Day this year. Um, that was tough. So I go through my time where I deal with my own mental health. It's overwhelming. It really is because I've endured a lot of trauma in my life as well. By the grace of God, I've came through it. I'm lucky enough that I had different outlets. I was really heavy involved in sport, so that was kind of my thing. And I'm a workaholic, as you can tell. And so if I'm gonna give it 150% in everything. And with this thing with Olivia, just the fact that her children deserve answers. You know, her son just turned 3. Matter of fact, I think today, what's today's date? I think it was the 17th. I'm not gonna lie. His birthday's close to mine because 2 years ago on my birthday, I was out in the woods taking out a house, laying flat on the
Um,
bed of the ground by myself. Nobody, yeah, and just watching the house. That was known hangout action things going on, and I had gotten a tip that Olivia was with these people, so I was watching them and waiting for a chance to move, and I finally got the opportunity, and the person I was trying to see and talk to, I did. He about lost his crap in the middle of the road, but yeah, I came out of the woods on him, and I scared the crap out of him. But I was like, dude, if you lying, I promise you, your life is gonna be miserable, and that's what I've told them all. And now they know I'm still here, and I'm glad they're watching me because they know that I'm not gonna stop. I'll pull up on them. I don't care. And I feel like people. I know I'm safe. Okay. I know I have to be careful, but I also feel that God's leading this army, and I
yeah.
feel like if something were to happen, that just admits that everything I say is right. I'm not just talking out the side of my neck. I have proof. I have facts. I just can't share it all right now because the integrity of these cases.
Oh, for sure. I get that. Duncan says Olivia is gorgeous. Yes, she is.
Man,
She's got a contagious smile and pretty eyes, really pretty eyes.
oh yeah, Olivia, she's tough too. She's spunky. She's got a lot of me in her. She's got a lot of my mama in her. Oh my goodness. She's got a lot of mom in her. And she's
Yeah.
tough. So if she's no longer with us, then she did not go without a fight. And I feel like that's why we're still waiting for 2 years. They went through all these measures to keep us from finding out and finding her. Um, we have heard through, I feel, a reliable resource that a member of law enforcement made a comment that she would never be found. So we'll see.
Why would they say
We'll
that to
see
you?
because they're involved.
Why would they say that?
Yeah, they're
And
involved. They know more than what they're saying. There's
wow.
been incidences where we've searched. We tell them they need to come back with dogs. They'll come down there. No dogs, just one person. Look around. Oh, it ain't nothing. But then I had 5 people call me the next day. They done been down there and they done ripped the floors up and they done destroyed the whole crime scene.
Yeah.
Because I do have access to the property. Because I talk to the owners. That's the thing about it. It's a small community, and I was born and raised here. And people knew my parents, my grandparents. So God has placed people like Renee too. Renee knows. I mean, God is really the people. That is one thing, as far as like a needing to get on property, we always go the right way. We don't just walk up on somebody's stuff and be like, "Damn." Well, in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, I come up to your doorstep. I didn't care. If Olivia was a possibility, she was in there. I was coming in there. You gonna let me see she's not in there? I don't care. You could probably take my back out. I don't care. You gonna let me see that baby is not in here? And I dealt with that in the beginning, and now I I try to communicate with them, and I get a hold to them before I go. And we plan it, and we let them know. We don't expose the location because the creepers are still out there in their tent revivals in the woods. They're not doing the spiritual thing either, though. But um, things are developing. It's not going to stop. Natalie's case is getting a lot of eyes on it. We're linked really close to them because Natalie used to live over here. Her ex-boyfriend used to live with Olivia's first cousin, my second cousin,
Yeah,
and he used to date Lauren,
that is so weird.
and he's in jail, and he's a person of interest.
Oh, I was
Yes,
going to ask, did Nancy Grace do an episode on Olivia by any chance?
yes, yes, she did.
She did. Okay. I didn't know she did.
We did an interview on her podcast, I think it is, yeah, and Renee, I'm gonna tell you, with Renee's persistence, I continuously would just send her stuff on Olivia. She's busy. Nancy is busy. She's doing worldwide stuff. Renee was so persistent. She sent her story to her every day for 10 months,
Oh,
and then we got a reply. And I'm gonna tell you something. For anybody that ever goes through this, I pray God you never do. If you trying to get Nancy Grace on the case, never give up. She's going to come through. And when she does, be ready because it's like that's the opportunity for you to get nationwide coverage and get her face out there. And Nancy is going to expose all for what it is. And that's what she did. And you can go, and it's actually on our page. I need to reshare that actually, bring it back to life because we also did a Vanished episode also.
on whose?
Vanished, the Vanished.
The Danish.
Yeah,
Have
we
you
did
reached
one
out
with
to
them.
Kendall Ray?
Who?
Kendall Ray?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I have talked to so many people.
oh,
I
okay.
had someone in email me the other day. Either they can get me email or messenger. That's the best way. Or comment because yeah, I hardly ever answer text because it's a lot of scam and it's like work. But I got an email the other day because I am wanting to get her story back out there. You know what I mean? And anybody, I don't care if you got a following of 5. That's something, and that's how we're gonna grow. We're gonna grow as an army, and it's not just Olivia. There's so many out there right now. Georgia has 250 something missing women, and we are considered a hub with Atlanta up the street. But right here, I mean, a Columbus woman went missing a couple weeks ago. She was found down in Lee County, Alabama, deceased, murdered,
Oh,
unalive. So it's every day. Every day is something. A young boy originally was kidnapped in a armed robbery situation. Now the father is main suspect. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's happening everywhere. And until you walk a mile in my shoes, you'll keep saying my face. I mean, I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to go away. Even when I find Olivia and bring her home and then get justice, there's so many other families that need people like me and the people that are with me and that stand with me because enough is enough and we're tired. I'm gonna go out without a fight. I promise you, I'm not gonna go without a fight. It's gonna be like the night
yeah.
the lights went out in Georgia, but it's everywhere because we've even joined other states in their cause, you know, because there's same thing in everywhere. I can't even, when we did the vigil last week, I wanted to say their names, all of them, but the list was so long. I mean, it was just like, so what I did was I found these poems, and believe it or not, there's poems for missing. It's so heartbreaking, but that was the only way I could share, you know, my love and support for other families.
And I'm glad you got that on group. And I believe you're not going to quit, even, if Olivia's found, you're going to continue doing what you do.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get bigger. We're gonna get
Yep.
bigger. We're looking to, you never know, you may form our own investigator firm. We need,
You? Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
Renee
going
and
with it.
Jamie, we have discussed it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, God's given us signs for something, and if it's something like that, or a movement, or a safe haven for these young women in this area or any area, and but we have resources now, and that's another thing. If there's people that need help and need a quick way to go, and can't afford it, please reach out. God has sent resources to us to where, if there's a young woman and even a young man out there that really is stuck and wants help and needs help but don't know, and they always feel like it's a money thing, or you got to go through this to get to this. It doesn't matter. Always remember, 1 minute of sobriety is a celebration, and people need to realize that.
Yeah.
It is
Right.
not. Nobody wakes up in the morning and say, I'm gonna just go and just throw my life in the toilet. They're not. They're not waking up that way. So let's just try to show some compassion. That's probably what I could leave on a note, because I have, I'm grateful that I've had that compassion, but my history is my father was an addict, and I missed over 20 years of his life because of the choices he made. But I never stopped loving him. I never stopped caring, and he was still my dad. And when he took his last breath, I
Oh,
continued to do his my job. I was his only child, and he went through so much, and that's why he did the things he did. And that's the thing, there's always a reason for something, and
yeah.
people need to understand that. Olivia was a product of her environment when she grew up in. She lacked love and support in certain areas, not all areas. she there's no opportunity here, especially if you don't have support. If you ain't got a car, you stuck,
Yep.
for real. And that was her situation. She once had a car and it got totaled. And that person didn't want to fix it, didn't want to replenish it. So she was stuck with no car, no way to go, nowhere to go, and with 3 children. So give her a break. She got hooked up with someone who came in and offered her all the fine dining money and sex and drugs and rock, whatever you want to call it, offered her the world, gave it to her for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then he started dehumanizing her. And that's what they do. There's women walking these streets out here that don't know where they're at, what they're doing, how they got there. And these people take videos of these young people and these people on these drugs. That is not a joke. That is real life. That's somebody's daughter. That's someone's mother. That's someone's sister. Come on, this could be you. We're all one step from that. Look
I
at
know.
look at the economy right now. I mean, we are. We're all 1 foot from it. So
Yeah.
I feel like that could have been me, but God put sports in my avenue and gave me a different type of. I don't know. I was just built different. I don't know.
Yeah.
I seen my dad go through things and do things, and then I watched my mama leave this earth. And I used to be mean as a snake, and I still am. but I have more control. Because watching your parents die, watching your grandparents die, because they're all gone. They're all gone. And that humbles you. You appreciate things. You're more understanding. You pick your battles, and you're like, I just want to be at peace in life. And it's unfortunate that none of us can be.
Yeah.
You
It's
can't go outside until the street light comes on, girl, no more.
yeah.
So,
Duncan says Aunt is doing a great job.
well, thank you, and hey, you are too, and you keep doing what you're doing, and know that we are so grateful. And I can, if you send me a message on Messenger, I can link you up with Renee. We can send you which one you pick, one you want, and we'll link
Yeah, that
hook
would
you
be
up.
great because I will do everything in my power to help. Because you know what? Like you said, it doesn't matter how many people somebody
Mhm.
has. It honestly don't. It only takes one. Okay.
That's
If I
right.
have
That's
one
right.
person watching, that's awesome. Because people don't know. Because of my videos, I have found people have found people through
And
my
they're
videos.
going to. And look, it doesn't matter. And I try to tell people, it doesn't matter how many you got following you. It doesn't matter how many people are on your live. That's why I hardly ever go live because, and like, okay, I do TikTok. I do TikTok a good bit. And I do Facebook a lot. But like on my TikTok, I don't have like a lot of likes. I don't have a lot of following, but I have a lot of views. And
Yeah,
that's really all I care about. You know, long as I scroll over your screen, hey, you may stop that day, you may not, but one day I'm going to catch your eye, and I'm okay with that. And I just, and so that's why I don't really look at that. I don't. Um, it's the views for me. It's the views for me, and just the love and support. But girl,
well,
I'm gonna have to mute this
you
mic because my
see
dog.
that
And
TikTok. I hardly get any views on YouTube, right? However, on
mhm.
TikTok, it's a totally different ball game.
It is, and
Post
that's where everybody's at now. That's where everybody's at now. And I don't do a lot of Twitter because of all that politics from before. And I really, I mean, it's cool. But see, I have Whitney on there. Whitney Lick, she's on there, and she's from the Voice of the Voiceless, and she does a lot of sharing on there for me. But I have went through 4 phones, and I just had to do a master reset on this one yesterday. That is how bad it is. I get a new phone, I crash it, I drop it in some water. I mean it, and I got all the stuff in the phone. That's why I learned the lesson by backing up and sending everything to Renee. That way in case something happens to my phone. Because in the beginning, oh my goodness, I think I might be over past 4 phones. I don't know, but it's just been it's been interesting. It's been a rough 2 years, but we're gonna keep pushing, pushing.
yeah,
We got some big things going on. We're talking about barbecue, and the parades are coming up, and I love doing stuff like that. And the cancer walk's coming up again, and I like doing that. Um,
well,
and we
I'm
just
just grateful to be in your life. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and we're grateful to have you
Life,
too
but
because
I'm in your life through this journey, this awful journey, and whatever I can do, I will.
but I will tell you, I did see when you was talking about how long on the remains. I seen a lady. I think she's in Georgia, but I may be wrong. But it has been a year and a half, and they just I positively ID'd some remains they had for a year and a half. And I actually joined her group, and we're gonna share, and that's how I mean me. I do. That's how we get bigger. That's how we get better. And God actually last weekend was so right on time with the news coverage. Um, I mean, it's hardly ever that I can get both of them at the same time. You know what I mean? It really is. It's like it's hard because they have so much, and then it's really not the anchors. The anchors, if it was up to them, they'd be out there every day. But it's all the people above them. So by the grace of God, with Doug Evans from Fox 5, and we had Amanda, I can't pronounce her last name, but she used to be with WRBL. But she between them two, and then Amanda left, but her best friend transferred here, so she's the one for W. So we're able to. I mean, we were able to do two interviews in like back to back, and that was enough. And it's just sharing it. If everybody shared it, that's so many people. That's engaging. Because it's not just me that's going through this. I mean, Miss Katrina, her daughter's been missing for over 2 years.
That's
And
why I
what
gave everybody your channel link for Facebook and YouTube. I get to keep track on your YouTube for updates, and I share your videos when you share something new. Have you
mm,
noticed that?
yes, I do. That's
Okay.
why I'm
Okay,
like,
good.
so you know what I mean? And that's what I'm grateful for. And like, if you come on mine, I'm the same way. Like, I will tell you what I do at least once every week or so. I will Google Olivia just to see if more people are covering her story. And they are. And that's all that I could ever ask for, you know? And I'll even put it in most recent, and that's why you popped up immediately on mine, because I do watch.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, well, see, true crime puts me to sleep. I literally every night when I lay down, I put on the stories, the unsolved, the all of that. I educate myself through watching all these real story, and that's what I go to sleep on every night. But I opened up my YouTube because I was gonna do something. Oh, I was had to reset this phone, so I had to make sure. And you popped up, so I was like, okay, so she's going. So I was gonna try to make it at 1, but I got tied up at this store telling their story to a clerk. Ain't that crazy? I was there 25 minutes and was only there to window shop, and we talked about Olivia and all the girl, and that's what I do. I talk my face off trying to just tell their story. I walk around with flyers in my purse, in my car. I got a button. I make buttons that I got too. That we're not selling them, but if somebody wants to make a donation, great. But if they want one,
Yeah.
just reach out. Yeah.
You should let me know of everything, okay, that you guys got, and I can do like a live or do a video
hmm
showcasing this stuff.
Well, what I'm doing, I don't know much about the GoFundMe, but I
Oh,
know right now those funds are there, but I haven't had any activity on it, so it's kind of done paused. So I'm
okay.
probably going to have to just go ahead and shut that down. And I'll transfer that money to where it needs to go, and then just start another one. And this one, I want to add the private investigators link to it. That way, if they want to
Yeah.
donate to him, because I would like, because see, we're asking for donations or of supplies, stuff like that. We don't really care to have the money. We just want the supplies to make more signs, to do get gloves, to get, food, for whatever. Somebody can go to Amazon and send a whole case of water. We're good
You
with
guys
that.
got a wish list? You guys got a wish
Yes,
list?
we do. We and
Oh,
Renee started one, and I got one, but I don't know how to. I'm gonna have to go and redo it because I did it wrong. I just put, yeah,
let me
I'm
know so
putting,
I can start sharing that.
yeah, because that's really what we want. Because any money that we get from the shirts, all she does is turn right around and get the materials to make more. That's what she does. Now, if someone wants one personal, she'll do it for them. No extra, nothing. And we're screen printing them now, so it's better. And then we're just doing whatever. But the buttons, I have been thinking about that for the longest time, and I feel like a charity ride would be great in this area. So we're working on trying to get that going. We're going to do a yard sale, another barbecue, and of course, a lot of stuff we don't do fundraising, like the vigil and all that stuff. That comes out of what we've raised for just our group. And if somebody comes up and say, "Hey, here's $40," y'all put that towards your search, or y'all put that towards, your next fundraiser, or y'all put that in your gas tank. because
Yeah.
sometimes we really, trust me. And in the beginning, I went from a full time job to literally only like 2 days a week because I was like searching every day. And then my finances, but I mean, I'm straight. God's got me, so I don't even worry about it. I'm just trying to make sure that the people that help me, because Renee will come out of her pocket, and right now she can't, and Jamie, she can't. They're still, we all trying to live.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to be part of something big, send us a couple packs of copy paper. We like quotes. I mean, yeah, we want to get the right now we do the buttons manually, really.
Okay.
Um, but there's a little like machine thing that I want to get. So, and it's like less than $100. So I said I'm gonna buy it myself, and they're like, well, let's put it on the wish list. But then I screwed that up. So, but
Yeah.
I'm getting low on my phone, my charger. I didn't sit here and talk to you to death. So I gotta plug my phone.
Once you get your wish list together, please send me the like.
Yes, I will. And send me a message on a messenger because you're in there. I just can't remember how you are on Facebook, and that way I can send you a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I will let you know when like we get offline.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I don't
whenever
want people
you
knowing
can.
my real name.
No,
So
yeah, whenever you can. You no rush. I probably seen it and just didn't remember. You know what I mean? Cause,
that's okay. That's okay.
but yeah, just reach out, let me know, and
For
then,
sure.
or I'll just go ahead and definitely start looking you up. But I'm gonna go ahead and charge my phone for a while, and then I'll reach back out to you and send you that stuff. But yeah, I gotta work. I'll work on that. I know Renee shared hers, and I can get her link, and
Okay.
we can get that one rotated because it's probably about the same. But but I will, and thank you for doing this live.
Well, thank you for coming on panel, and I'm so happy to hear from you. I really am.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to catch up. It's always good to hear from you, and I'm glad you're doing well. And I've been praying for you because I knew you were going through a lot, with your mom, and then you had surgery. So know that I'm here. I may not like you, you know what I mean?
I
No,
know you've always been
it's
so
the
kind to
same.
me.
That's just hey, that's who we are, man. God brings us all together for a reason, and that's what we got to look at it. You can't, you know.
Yeah.
I'm learning the older I get, girl. I'll be 48 Tuesday. So you already know I'm humble, humble, humble. But I'm
Hey,
gonna
you're a
trigger
Leo
one of these
too.
days.
I just had a birthday.
Yeah. Are you a Leo?
Yes, I am.
There you go. That explains it. Cause
That's
I'm
why we
telling
get along.
you, yep. I'm the last day of the Leo. My dad was first day of the Leo.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. But I
Okay,
love you, girl, and thank you,
I
and
love
just
you too.
and
And
I would definitely share this and just
tell
share.
Tiffany's family anything they need. I'll do it.
I
Sydney's
definitely
family.
will. I
Okay,
definitely will.
Lauren's.
I will. I'll send you some stuff on any of those. I got all
Okay,
that,
I
and we
can do
got
updates
permission
on
to.
everyone.
We got permission to do everybody's case.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
so we're good. All right. I love
All right.
you.
Okay, love you.
Bye.
Bye. Isn't she amazing? I just don't know how she does it, people. She is a beautiful soul. Olivia is a beautiful soul. But if you go join the group, it's a whole group of moms, and they all are dealing with the same thing. And I'm so glad they got each other. But we need to help these families. I mean, like I say, we get to shut off our computers at the end of the day. They live this nightmare day in and day out. And can you imagine not being able to have no answers for an unsolved murder, but then yet a missing person? I can't imagine it, you guys. I try to do my part the best I can, I guess, doing these videos, but I would love if she sends me the Amazon wish list because I know people will help with that. And like she said, like for printing paper, stuff like that, ink. Hey, Wind, how are you? Are you still here? I'm sorry, I just seen this. I was focusing on everything that Tammy was saying. Okay, so I'm gonna get going for now, and hopefully I'll be doing some updates on the other ladies from that area and in that group. um, to get their faces out there and their story, because that's what I do. But I want to thank everybody who comes through, who's going to watch a replay, and let's help these families. Let me put the link into that group again. Okay, here's a link to that group. They do a lot of stuff, a lot. And like she said, it just ain't Olivia, it's a whole mess of people they help. All right, so I will talk